Ever notice how people throw around the word fascism, but almost no one can actually explain what it means? Here's the part they never tell you. Today, we're breaking down fascism in a way that's simple, clear, and actually makes sense. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what fascism is, how it works, and why people keep warning that it could show up again. And trust me, you're going to start noticing patterns you've never seen before. So let's get into it. Fascism isn't just extreme politics. It's a whole system built to grab power and never let it go. At its core, it runs on three things: intense nationalism, strict obedience, and one leader or one party calling all the shots. Think of it like this. Instead of a government where people debate, disagree, and vote, fascism demands loyalty, not opinions. The nation becomes this myth, this perfect story about who we are, usually mixed with nostalgia or a promise to make the country great again. And the leader, always charismatic, always dramatic, becomes the person who claims he can save the nation. But here's the twist. Fascism rarely starts with rules or plans. It starts with a promise. A promise to fix everything, to bring back pride, to restore order. But behind the promise is the real goal: total power. Once fascists get in, every part of society becomes a tool. Schools, police, the media, even culture. To understand how it began, you've got to go back to after World War I. Europe was a mess. Countries broke, people scared, democracies barely hanging on. That's when Mussolini stepped in. Italy was in chaos, and he offered strength, discipline, and control. In 1922, with the March on Rome, he took power and built the first real fascist state. From there, other countries copied the blueprint. Germany under Hitler took it even further, turning fascism into something racist, violent, and world-changing. Spain, Portugal, Hungary, Romania, they all had versions of it because fascism was flexible. It could shape itself to whatever fears people were already feeling. What does a fascist regime actually look like? It always starts with a strong man. The leader becomes this mythic hero who can't be questioned. The government begins crushing the press, rewriting history, and creating fear so people stay quiet. Propaganda becomes everywhere: posters, radio, movies, social media today. The truth gets blurry. The leader looks perfect. Enemies look evil. And eventually, the military becomes the heart of national pride. And no, fascism isn't the same as communism or regular authoritarian governments. Fascism wants people emotionally fired up. It wants the crowds, the chants, the spectacle. It turns nationalism into something extreme, where the message isn't "we're proud of our country," but only "we belong here." The dangerous part? Fascism didn't die in the 1940s. It just learned how to update itself. In the age of algorithms, misinformation, and online echo chambers, propaganda spreads faster than ever. You don't need a huge rally when one viral post can do the same thing. Modern strongmen use fear, chaos, and division the same way fascists did 100 years ago. They promise safety. They attack the press. They demand loyalty. They weaken courts and elections. They tell you who to blame, who to hate, and who the real citizens are. And most people don't notice when it's happening, because fascism doesn't walk in wearing a uniform. It creeps in through small changes. A law here, a rumor there, a punishment that feels justified, a leader who says he alone can fix everything. This is why understanding fascism matters. If we use the word too loosely, it loses its meaning. But if we ignore real warning signs, we sleepwalk right into them. Democracies survive only when people pay attention, when they know the pattern and recognize it early. And the truth is, protecting democracy isn't about grand hero moments. It's about everyday choices: fact-checking, voting, speaking up, staying involved. Fascism grows when citizens stop paying attention. Fascism isn't just history. It's a pattern, a formula that keeps reappearing whenever society is afraid, divided, or confused. Understanding it is the first step in preventing it. Watch the next video right here to keep learning.